YouTube was happening. It is Sunday, August 25th. You can see we have a full slate of baseball to talk about today. And it was an absolutely amazing day yesterday. Don't look at the red number at the bottom. Talk about yesterday as a whole because I got to watch all those baseball games and I tuned into pretty much every game I could, as well as looking at football. Oh, it was amazing. Beautiful Saturday overall. Went outside, got some sun, got in the pool. It was a great day overall. Can't complain. Now, a little bit of housekeeping note before we jump into this. I've already filmed most of these picks. I usually do the intro first, then I do game like usual. Well, once I got to game 13, I realized that one of the websites I use to get my data from hasn't updated everything properly. So there was a couple games where the totals of where the game were yesterday is a little off. Yeah, you'll see it doesn't matter too much because I didn't take many over-unders today. I don't think I even took any really. Looking so far, I've taken none. So it shouldn't affect anything. There's mainly just props and money lines today. So, but that shouldn't affect anything. So just want you to know if you see some things like, wait a minute, they didn't win that game yesterday by this. They lost by this. I know the stats didn't update right, but it shouldn't affect anything. So just so you know, it's out there. So on top of that, we got 15 games. Let's go ahead and jump to that first game right now. All right, first game, we got Washington and Atlanta. Atlanta is a pretty heavy favorite. 8.5 is the total. Looking at the weather, it's going to be pretty nice. No worries about weather there. 51% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. Atlanta's won 3 games in a row. Somehow the offense is leaning Washington, but they can't win any games. So 5.3, 320 for Washington. That's 7th and 3rd in the last 3 games, yet they lost 2 in a row. Atlanta 2.7, 260. 25th and 12th. So sometimes the numbers mean absolutely nothing. So there you go. I still lean Washington offensively, even though, yeah, you can see. So let's look at the pitchers. We got Hers going out there. Hers is not bad. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs in 5 straight starts, or 6 straight starts now. Pretty good. Can't complain. Lopez is going out there. Dude is a beast outside of 11 hits in this game and 7. Yeah, you can see what he's done. Now, there was a big month gap between. This was his first game back in a month. But hey, first game back, 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned. Hey, that's a good game. We'll take that. So let's pop over to the props and see if there's any history we can exploit a little bit here. Oh, Abrams has a home run and 3 at-bats. No one else really has anything. Against righties, how does Washington do? Washington's not bad. They're getting to become one of those teams where they're kind of good on both sides of the plate. You got 385, they don't play much, but 301 for Garcia is pretty impressive. 304 for Wood. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's look at the bats, see what we got. Garcia is the only one even close to green. We got some terrible ones below that. So Garcia Jr., which I think we just looked at. Garcia, there he is, 301, 15 home runs, 825 OPS, and 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm going to take Garcia Jr. today. That's what I'm going to do. Garcia Jr. over 1.5 HR. Yep, add that to the list right there. We're doing it. It's the only bat we're taking today. So outside of that, no one else is really standing out here. So let's look over at hers. Oh, actually, let's look at the props. First one. There we go. Props first. Strikeouts, 5.5. Washington doesn't strike out much. We saw that a couple days ago with Chris Sale. They just don't strike out much. So if you want to take it, by all means, be my guest. Have fun. Head to head, he did strike out 7 last time he faced him in June. So, hey, that's up to you if you want to take that. So I'm not. Hits, last 10. Yeah, he's been mostly good, but he does give us some hits sometimes. Okay, earned runs. This is the one, 2.5. Outside of these two, the whole season, just unders 170 for a reason. I can't do it. Walks and outs. Yeah, very up and down. No. Let's go to hers now. Let's look at the matchup and the history for hers. See if what's popping. Whole lot of nothing, and really just 1 or 2 at bats. Nothing really there against lefties. How the Braves do? Well, some absolutely suck. But then some, like Ozuna's great. And Ozuna and Loriano, and we already saw the bats. I mean, no one's even close to, we got 50s on the screen here. That ain't good. So, okay, let's pop here. Hits are very up and down, 4.5. Strikeouts are at 5.5. Earn runs, 2.5. I mean, look, he's been good recently, but no. I was thinking about the under that 133. I thought about it for like 2 seconds and I said, no, not for me. Walks, Pretty good in walk. Under 2.5 walks. How's he been all season? I mean, he's only given up more than 2.5 walks twice. So under would be what? 174? Yeah. I mean, yeah, that might be something. Okay. And then outs. Looks like outs. Up and down the outs. So pitched pretty good more innings now. Okay. Okay, cool. So you got two of these. I almost want to just take it. But he gives up two a lot. That's the thing on the walks. He gives up at least two a good bit. That's too close. On the earned runs, yeah, there's a consistent trend, but for the whole, he gave two one time he faced him. He had four for a while. I'm going to leave that alone. So we're going to pop back over here. I'm not going to take a side in this one. The info, the stats, lean Washington. Pitching, I say leans Atlanta. Those cancel out. Only thing I'm going to take in this one, I'm going to take Garcia to get that 1.5 HRR and move on to the next game. All right, next up we got Arizona and Boston. Boston's a slight 130 favorite at home, 9.5 total. Looking at the weather, we see that it's pretty nice outside, wind blowing in, no wind at all really. So Arizona's won 5 in a row now. 42% Nerfy, 8.7 runs, 315 average for Arizona in the last three. That's second and fourth. However, yesterday, 4 runs, $1.88, so they did drop it down a little bit. Boston, 2.3, $1.88 themselves. That's 28 and 27th of the last three. Yesterday, 1 run, $1.61. So the offenses were terrible yesterday. So strikeouts, Arizona doesn't strike out much. Boston always in the top 10 of most strikeouts. Moving on to pitchers, we have Merrill Kelly going out there. You see last game, gave up an 8-6 last time. That's not going to get the job done. 3-2. Before that was April. We do not care about these right here. That was literally 4 months ago. So I care about these two. So average game, trash game. There you go. Tanner Houck is going out there, and he's been better. I mean, this game's terrible against Texas, but these last 3 against Houston, Texas, Houston, he finally gets to face somebody not in the state of Texas. Hey, good job, guy. There you go. You see what he does. Let's go to props. No lean so far. Still. We'll start with Merrill Kelly. See what we got. O'Neal's got a home run, but he's got a $1.88 to go with it. That ain't good. I don't like anything here. 0 for 6 for Devers. That's worth noting. Devers 0 for 6, huh? Okay. Against righties, Boston's pretty good, both sides of the plate. Arizona's good, both sides of the plate. Nothing really stands out for these guys. Props, outs, starting to go down for him. Strikeouts, up, then down. Hits. He was good about not giving hits for a long time, but we are only looking at the last 2 games. So I really, if I can just bump this down to like, I can't do last 2, but just look at these last 2 because we don't care about April. So just these last 2. Yeah. So strikeouts, 2 and 4. Yeah, we don't want that. Hits, 8, 3 and 8. You gave 8 hits to Tampa Bay. That should tell you something. You get 6 runs to Tampa Bay. Now you're facing Sunday Boston, so that should be fun. We'll see how that works. Let's pop over here to Tanner. Let's see what he has here on the history. Perdomo has a home run. Carroll has a home run. Both are 1 for 2. Nothing stands out. A bunch of red. Same. You can see nothing stands out, just like Boston from earlier. Outs, very consistently 6 innings, unless something happens. Okay. Strikeouts, no. Very no. Peaks and valleys around here. Peaks and valleys. Nothing is really standing out. Let's go to the bats. Okay, we got some bats here. Let's see. We got Peterson, Yoshida, Carroll, Peterson, McCarthy, Guerrero, and Casas. A lot of HRR people. But did anyone really stand out? Okay, we can look. Let's start with Kelly. That's fine. I want to see versus righties who does the best. Let's see. Casas for Boston. You're 260, you're out. I can't do it. 833, I mean, it's all right, but not good enough. Let's see. Goriel. Terrible pronunciation, I'm sure, but hey, guess what? We said it. Goriel is not even right there. 248, even worse. You're out. McCarthy for Arizona. Pop back. McCarthy, where you at? Hope I was on the right team. McCarthy, 282. See, no one's really standing on these bats. I'm not. And then Jock. Jock's the last one we're going to look at. Jock is at 290, and he's done pretty good recently, and you're facing him. I will take Jock. We're going to take Jock today. He didn't do good a couple days ago, but today's a new day, right? Today's a new day. Over 1.5 HR. Why not? We'll do that. Coming back here. I I lean Arizona because the offense. I don't. What's the over under? Over under in this one is 9.5. Oof. Okay. With these pitchers, ooh. It's Sunday Boston. I know that was a thing earlier, so I'm gonna pass on the side. I lean Arizona though. I lean Arizona. We're gonna take Peterson over 1.5 HRR next game. All right, next up we got Cincy and Pitt. It's pretty much a pick 'em. Total is 9. Weather is pretty nice. Can't complain. It might rain, but you can see nothing there. Neither team's on a streak. 57% in RV. Both teams are pretty close offensively. Cincy gets a slight advantage. You can see based on the runs and the averages. They have 1 run better, and they're better by what, 16 batting points. So that's not much of an advantage. So pop over here to the pitchers. Now ESPN is not listing both pitchers. They only list Ortiz. They're not listing Cincinnati's pitcher. But Outlier is listing a pitcher, so we'll show what we got. So we'll see what happens. So Ortiz, all you need to know is dude gives up runs. That's all he does. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There we go. Now Cincy is listing Martinez for a pitcher here. So we will start with him, look at his stuff, and see what we got. Now, if it changes, it changes. Hey, keep up to date with it, but I'm going what I got. So Tellez has a home run. Nothing's truly standing out, not many at bats. I mean, 3 for 5 at a home run is not bad. If you're in this list up here, it's Stevenson and McKinney. Yeah, you're not even in my list. Okay, so yeah. All right, let's just do against righties. Who's good? Anything stand out? Cruz, Volvo. I still can't. Kiner, Falefa. I butcher it every time. I'm terrible with saying names if you haven't learned. So whatever. You know who I'm talking about. That guy. So, all right, hits. See, he gives up. Martinez gives some hits. He's very up and down. We want 2024. That's all I want to see. We have to look at the dates down here. Now, notice these were April and May. We only want the last 4, August. That's all we want, these last 4 games. So you can see what he's done. Let's go last 5 so we can ignore that first column. There we go. Pretty good 2 games and then walks. Pretty good. Then all of a sudden, bang, gave up 3. Outs. Yeah, so nothing's looking too promising with his props on any of these, except it does give us some hits. Let's look at Ortiz, see what we got. History, a lot of nothing on the HRs, a lot of nothing on the averages. Steers over 7. Okay. Against righties, you can see how Cincy is. Cincy's, I mean, De La Cruz is about the only one that's actually good. Rosario's good. 291. Almost forgot. So we got someone there. Okay. Outs, strikeouts, very consistent, very. Now, both teams do strike out a ton, don't they? Yes, they do. I need to be looking a little closer at strikeouts. He struck out 7. It's 4.5. If you're going against Cincy, who strikes out a good bit. Oh, head-to-head. You struck out 7 last time you faced him in June. I think I'm going to take it. I think it got to do it. So we're going to take Ortiz over, what's that, 4.5 Ks. And that is for $122. I like that. We can do that. Hits. Let's go last 10. Oh, he hits. Why is his 5.5? You expect since he's offense to tee off on him? Like, what is this? That makes no sense. Okay. Whatever. Have fun. I'm not doing it. Cool. And if we go to the bats, it was Stevenson and McKinney. I want to look at them real quick too while I'm here. Stevenson is 0 for 2 and 251 against righty, so we're not going to put Stevenson in there. And McKinney plays for Pitt. McKinney is down here. It has 10 total at bats, so we're not going to count him. So, all right, cool. Oh, and I did want to look at Martinez strikeouts real quick since Pitt strikes out a ton. It's 3.5 versus Pitt today. How'd you do last year? Okay, I don't know. Last 5. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna double strike out this guy. I'm gonna go Martinez because both teams strike out so much. Over 3.5 Ks. We're going both of them. Don't care. It worked out somewhat okay yesterday. And that's it in this one. I don't like a side. I don't like a total. We're just going to go strikeouts. I don't like a bat. So, yep, double strikeouts for both pitchers. Next game. All right, it's the Rockies versus the New York Disappointments. The Yankees are minus 265 today. 9 is your total. Let's look at the weather real quick over at the Yankee Stadium. Where'd it go? I passed it. There it is, right there. 13% chance, 6 mile an hour out. Doesn't matter. Not bad. 49% nerfy based on what they've done this year. 4 runs, 225. That's 17th and 20th for Colorado. Yankees, worse in both categories. 19th and 28th at 3.7 and $1.84. Yeah, so yeah, they might lose the series. Who knows? Yeah, and Colorado strikes out a bunch. There you go. So let's look at pitchers. Gomber's going out there. We like Gomber. I mean, he gave us some to the Mets. So, but his last 2 games have been good. And yeah, okay. And then Marcus Stroh is going out there. Stroh had a great game against Detroit and a pretty great game against Texas. Terrible game against Toronto. But yeah, okay. Let's go to props. See what stands out. Who's done what against you? History. Blackman, 250 and 12. I don't. Man, terrible. Stallings. Rogers is 0 for 8. That's not good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Stroman might have a good day. Okay. I say that. We'll see what happens. So, Colorado versus righties. No one is higher than 283. That makes all sense, right? Makes all the sense. Let's pop over to Gomber and see what we got. Gomber. I haven't done props. I'll go back to them since I'm already here. I'm already in the flow. Stanton's got a home run. Chisholm's got a home run, 429. Richmond's got 2 home runs, but $1.33 to go with it. Soto is 375 history, and Judge has never faced. So against lefties, no one on the Yankees is too good outside. Obviously, Judge and Soto is just good against everybody, but yeah, that's go away. Yeah. Let me pop back to props. Let me look through these real quick. Hits. He gives up some hits. That's why it's 165 for 4.5. He's going against Colorado, who is currently batting. Well, they had 9 runs and 325 yesterday, but they're typically middle of the pack. Oh, and he's right at 4 too. And they faced him last year, 2023. He gave up 5 hits. The whole season, he's gone over 4.5, 54% of the time. That's not great, but he's at 4 a bunch. But he does have a history of not giving up too much to Colorado. So we'll pass on that. Strikeouts. Oh no. That's so why? Everyone think Colorado's going to strike out 1,000 times. Just say, what are we doing here? Okay, I'm not like, I don't like your outs either. Your outs are terrible. Okay. Gomber. Let's look at your props before I look at the bats. Your hits are going down. You're getting better as the season goes, which is a weird thing to say for our Rockies pitcher, but hey, there you go. You can see what he does. Why is your walks? Why? What? 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 I don't know. I don't know. If I take this under, I feel like he's going to walk through. I just know he is. And guess what? I'm going to pay to find out. I don't care because why is this number so high? Who was giving this line out? 3 books are. Okay. All right. I'll pay for it. Under 2.5 walks. All right. You ain't done it in a while. So yeah, fine with me. Okay, cool. Let's go to bats. We got Doyle 90%, Toglia, Chisholm's at 70. I like Chisholm for earlier. That was cool. Toglia again, and Soto to get walks. Okay. Let's look at Toglia. That one stood out to me. History. He's 0 for 3 against Stroh, and he's 223. So we're not going to take that. That's not good. Those numbers aren't good. Who else was it? It was Doyle. Doyle's at 269, which is right on his average for the season, and he is 1-0 against him. I still don't like that. And then last one was Jazz. I want Jazz. Chisholm, 429 with a home run, and you're at 70%. Yeah, I'm going to take Jazz. Chisholm over 1.5 HR. Do you think I'm going to take the Yankees to win? I can type 1.5 HR. There we go. We got that. So we're taking Gomber under 2.5 walks. I mean, what? Okay, cool. I'm going to take Chisholm 1.5 HR, and we're just going to go to the next game. All right, we got the Angels and the Blue Jays. Toronto's a pretty decent favor. 8.5 is your total. It's in the Dome. It's in Toronto. This one's going to be quick. I've already looked through this one. You can see Angels' terrible offense. Bottom of the barrel, bottom 5 in all the categories. Lost 4 in a row, 53% nerfy. Toronto, 3 in a row winning streak. 12th, 9th, doing great. Pitchers, Anderson, trash, as you see. Last couple games, not overall, just the last couple games. Gossman's going out there. I mean, he had a great game against the Angels last time he faced them, so hey, he gets to face them again. That should be a sign right there. Anderson, when he faced Toronto, 6 and 7, not too good. So looking at props, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to Anderson because I found one I love already. I love this. I go to Anderson. I go click, click, clicky, click, click. You see, oh, look at these numbers. Oh, Vlad, he's got a 5.56 against him, right? That's cool. That's great. Is he over here in the bats? Nope. He's down here. So I might want to take that anyways. Vladdy, 80%, 60%. That's cool. I probably will take that. But what I am going to take, I come all the way to the bottom here. You can't really see it. Let me scroll down for you. Varsho, 12 at bats. 583 with a home run, 5 RBIs, and a 1.7. And he's on the list. 70%, 80%. We're going to take them both. Why not? Let's go back. Do I want to take any of his props? I mean, probably not, but we'll look. Hits. I mean, I might want to take his hits over too. So, not taking strikeouts against this dude. Are you serious? Are you for real? No. Yeah. I think, yeah, his earned runs might be a play too. I don't see him throwing a gem today. Hits or earned runs? Which one looks more fun? Let's go earned runs, because even if he loves gets people on base, he gets replaced. Those are his runs, and I'm pretty sure the bullpen will probably still give up some runs. I don't trust the over because Arizona's offense is terrible. So I think we'll go his earned runs today too. So we got 3 plays already. Let's go to Toronto. That's probably all I'm going to take unless something just like wow stands up. Like Rendon's amazing. 40, got a 400 against Gossman, but he's not showing up on the list anywhere. And I don't, if you're cold right now, I don't care what you did all your career against somebody. So yeah, you might go off, but I just don't see it. So righties, nothing's really standing out here either. Hits, I've already looked through all these, nothing. I mean, that kind of stood out, but outside of that, nothing. So for what we're going to do here is we are going to take Anderson. We're going to have four plays. We got Anderson over 2.5 earned runs. Now, if Anderson throws a gem, I'm going to go 0-3. I'm going to tell you right now. But if he doesn't, this is like a correlation type play. Is what we're doing here. And we're going to go Vladdy over 1.5 HR. And we're going to go, who was it? Varsho over 1.5 HR. And we're putting Toronto in the money line parlay. Yep, 4 plays, all right there. That's all we need. Next game. All right, next up, we got Cubs and Marlins. Cubs are 160. This should be pretty quick one. I've already gone through this one too. 7.5 is your total. Looking at the weather. I said. Let's see. I scroll by it again. Where did they put it? I want Chicago. There it is. It's in a dome. Forgot it's Miami. Duh. Anyways, Miami's lost 5. Cubs won 3. 58% nerfy. Cubs are number 1 in offense in the last 3 games. When has that ever happened? It hasn't happened at all this season. 10 runs a game in the last 3. 345 average. That's crazy. Yesterday was 14 runs with a 395. That's out. That's amazing. Miami, 12th and 14th. You got to give the advantage to the Cubs. Pitching. We got Assad going out there. Assad's a pretty good pitcher. I mean, look at these numbers. Those are good. Couple threes on the screen. That's the best, the worst you've done. Yeah, you're a pretty good pitcher. This guy has pitched 1 game and he went 3 and 5 earned runs. So, I mean, Cubs money line. There you go. Simple. There we go. They were in the parlay. So let's look a little closer. Let's see if we can find anything else to add to it. Because we are putting the Cubs in the money line parlay. I think for the first time this year. Amazing. So history versus Cubs for Aller. Nothing really stands out. Cubs versus righties. A lot of red, but I mean, it's like at least it's mostly 200s. That's, I mean, there's 280 for Suzuki. That's cool. If we come over to the props, we have hits 4.5. He has 1 game. So what are we really going to look at? Strikeouts is 3.5. Earned runs is 5. I mean, I might, if you really want to bet it, over 2.5 earned runs might be a play. Walks. I think I might want to bet it. Oh, we're having fun today. Yeah, let's take it. Over, Aller, over 2.5 earned runs. If he throws a gem, it's a loss. I don't care. We're having fun today. This is baseball, baby. Do you know we only have like 30 something days left of the regular season? Yeah. End of September is the last day. The 29th of September is the last day of baseball's regular season. So yeah, we are about 34 days away from that. So We got to soak these days in while we got them here, so let's have some fun with them. Assad, ooh, I don't like any of your stuff. Those, I don't like your props. What's your strikeouts? Ugh, no, no, no. We'll just take you to do what you do and just be good. Just don't give up a lot of runs. Let the offense do its thing, because the offense is clicking. Help if I was on the right team. There we go. Assad, nothing there. Miami's pretty decent versus righties, but I mean, did he? I don't know if he. I guess he has update. What's going on with him? I still not worried. Let's go to bats. All we have, nobody's in the last 10. Suzuki's in the last 5. I could take Suzuki. Wasn't he the one that actually did pretty good? Let me look. Where? He's got a 280 and a 587, but he's 0 and he's 0 and 0. He got walked. Okay, cool. That's all we have. All right, cool. So I'm going to, yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, let's have some fun with it today. We're going to take Suzuki over 1.5 HR. I love HR. I like it so much better. Walks, I mean, Suzuki might get walks, but I'd rather have HR. Yeah, let's do that. So that's all I'm going to take. Suzuki, and then Aller to give up 2.5 earned runs, and Cubs money line next game. Next up, Texas, Cleveland. It's pretty much a pick 'em, slightly in Cleveland. 8.5 is your total. Let me see. There we go. There's some weather. Going to be, there's a chance. There's your weather. Oh, there's a chance right there. You can see 6 miles an hour. Yeah, but things happen. What can you do? Let's see, 46% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 2.0 runs, 198 average. That's 29th and 25th. And Cleveland is last at 1.3 and 1.33. You think the Nerfy hit yesterday? Nope. There you go. That's how it works sometimes. So offenses are terrible. It was 3-5 yesterday. What's the total? 8.5. I think I might lean the under unless these pitchers are terrible. We got Cody Bradford going out there. I mean, his ERA is 3.56. I mean, yeah, okay. I can deal with that. Let's look at Boyd 3.38. That's promising. I'm feeling something. I'm feeling it. I think I'm feeling it under for the first time in a while. Ooh, let's look at the props. Let's see. We got some good histories. What we got? Oh, we got some good red. I like to see red. Oh, Simmons got a home run. Sager's got a home run, but they got terrible averages. I love that. Against lefties, oh, they're not so good. I mean, we got some. This 300. Decent. Nothing too scary yet. Let me look at yours. I think we're rocking it under 8.5 today. I think we are. Ooh. No, there's only 3 bats. I'm not worried about this. This is probably. I'm feeling it. I'm liking it. 346. Ooh, I don't like that so much. 347 for Jose. Ooh, what's your history with him? 1 for 3. Ooh. Okay, but Cleveland's struggling so mightily. They have 1.3 and a $1.33. I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm taking the under 8.5. I'm gonna do. If they pop out for 9 runs, hey, pop out. Show me something. But until then, your numbers say you can't do it. So, yeah, I know they got 270 and 212. That still ain't good. Yeah. So let's look at bats. We'll go back to pitcher props. Don't worry. So much yellow. Orange, whatever you want to call it. Back to pitchers. That was terrible. Okay, no batter props in this one. Strikeouts are very up and down. Hits. Earned runs, walks, outs. Outs are going up. Wait, Bradford's only pitched in how many games this year? I guess we could use those. And Boyd's only pitched in 2 games, period. So what are we gonna have here? No. I want 2024. There we go. 16 outs. No. I think I got it. I think I'm just going to rock that under 8.5 and just hope the offenses do what they've been doing, which is, yeah, I made my decision. I had to think about it. I am not going to take anything in this game. I was going to take the under, but now that I know that some of my data has been a little messed up because the website didn't update correctly, I'm just going to pass on this and completely move to the next game. All right, next up, Detroit and Chicago. It's going to be a fun one. Detroit's slightly favored. 9's your total. Let's look at some weather. Let's go. Where'd Chicago go? They keep jumbling these around on me. Chicago, there you are. There you go. A little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, nothing to worry about. Cool. Moving on. Detroit's 1-2, 55%. Detroit's better in offense. 9 and 18 versus 23 and 23. Yep, advantage Detroit in the offense. Looking at the pitchers, it's a bullpen game for Detroit. Yep, Bo's going out there. You see what Bo does. Bo knows not to go more than 3 innings. That's what he does. So he might give up a run. He's a pretty good starter reliever. So Cannon's going out there, and Cannon has just been rocketing runs in the last 2 games into the outfield. So yeah, 1-2-1-1-1. He's probably gonna give up a home run today. To who? We don't know yet. So let's look at the props. Bats are just a lot of orange, Parker and Louis are both a green the last 5 though, so that might be something. But Parker, I mean, I almost feel like taking Parker for a home run. I feel like I should do that since I said that, because when it does happen, I can clip it and be like, "Ooh, told you." So we'll see. Let's dig a little deeper. Parker, here's Cannon's history. Parker's never faced him though, sadly, and he's only 220 on the season against righties. What? Carpenter might be the play. 2-3. Ooh, Green might be the play. All right, you see the numbers. Outs, consistent. Strikeouts, no. Hits, earned runs, no. Don't like any of that. I can't look at the other one because hold up, I might be able to. Oh, I can look at a history. Let's go. Here we go. Lopez 1 for 6. Against righties. White Sox aren't good against anybody, so there we go. All right. Yeah, no. I'm not touching anything in this game. Now, if Parker hits a home run, hey, congratulations. But other than that, I'm not touching this game. This game's trash, let's be honest. I don't like it. Pass, next game. All right, next up, Phillies and Royals. Royals are favored. 9.5 is the total. Oops, I just closed my weather. Oh, let's reopen that one. Let's do that again. There we go. Try that, take 2. Phillies, Royals, there we go. Boom, right there. Wind's gonna be blowing out 12 miles an hour. That might help out with some home runs. Looking at the batting, neither team's on a streak. 40% nerfy. 3 versus 5, that's 23 versus 9, that's advantage KC. 202 versus 304, that's a 100-point difference, advantage KC. So you gotta lean KC on the offense. Pitching, Colby Allard going out there. Allard, however you say that. His 3 games he's gone out there this year, I mean, pretty decent. I mean, it's only 4 or 5 innings, but still pretty decent innings. Lugo is, he is Seth the Elevator Lugo if he was a fighter, because that is his name. He's either going to go all the way up or all the way down. That's what he does. So, yeah, have fun. And that's always fun betting his games. We don't know what you're going to get. Let's look at Allard. His history against the Royals. Renfro's got a home run. But other than that, against lefties, Blanco and Furman, and of course Mr. Witt. They all stand out usually. Is Bobby not on this list? Where's Bobby? He's got walks. Is Bobby Witt struggling? Oh wow, he is human. Who knew? Okay, cool. It happens. Whatever. Hits, strikeouts, earned runs, walks. I ain't feeling none of this. Even this, I don't trust it, because Casey doesn't walk. So, I mean, doesn't strike out, so they walk a ton. So let's go to Lugo. I mean, Lugo's sketch. He's sketch. Harper has 2 home runs and 357. I haven't heard Harper do anything in like 3 weeks. So, is Harper even close? Harper even playing? That's yeah. He's 30% in the last 3 of the last 10. He's done this 2 of the last 5. I mean, 1 of the last 5. Just terrible, trash, just not good. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they historically they're good against him, but they're not good recently against anyone. So, I just how are they offensively? They're 24th and 23rd for a reason. They're struggling. That's what they do. Casey's not struggling. So, Lugo, I don't like betting Lugo anymore. I just don't, because it's just too hard to judge. Is he going to come out and have one of these great games, or is he going to give up 4 walks? It's like, what are we doing here? So we need to be cautious sometimes. We can't just bet everything. So I just think I don't trust Lugo enough to put KC into my line, but I obviously trust their offense. I got to pass. Nope. No, let's do this. Let's do this. Team props. KC. What's your team total? Oh yeah, 5.5 against Allard, who's been pretty good. That seems like a stretch. To me. I'm not gonna do that either. Okay, I tried. I tried to find something. I pass. Next game. All right, next up, St. Louis, Minnesota. Minnesota's a slight favorite. 8.5 is your total. Looking over here, we can see 1%, 9 miles an hour coming in. Not bad. 52% Nerfy, 6.3, 292. That's 5th and 6th for St. Louis. 5.7, 330. That's 6th and 2nd. Yesterday it was 6-1. St. Louis had offense. Minnesota did not. 2 days ago it was the reverse story. So maybe they could both score today, or they both won't score today. There we go. Total was, what was it? 8.5. Okay, cool. All right, let's look at some pictures. See what we got. Fetty's going out there, and he struggled in 2 of his games against Cincy and the Cubs. Against Tampa and Milwaukee, he's been okay. Still giving up 6 hits. That's not good. So, and Zebby's going out there. The coolest name, I think, in baseball. Zebby? Like, come on. That's awesome. 4-2 and 5-2 in his 2 games. So, it was KC and San Diego. He's done pretty decent against 2 of his teams, which typically are pretty good on offense. So, let's look at the props that we got. His story. You probably shouldn't have any. Nope. St. Louis versus righties. We got a lot of green. We got some almost 300s for Burleson and Wynn. Oh, okay. A little bit of pop, a little bit of something. Okay. 5.5 hits. You didn't give up 5.5 hits to Casey or San Diego. But St. Louis is 5th and 6th recently. So, I mean, that still seems steep. If it was like 4.5, sure, but 5.5, that's probably why it's plus 100. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yeah. Do we think Zebby pitches a gem? I don't like thinking like this. It's like, oh, it's hypothetical. Should he? Would he? Could he? I mean, yeah, but also no. So, Fetty, what you got for us? Fetty at least has some history we can look at. History, Fetty. History, a lot of red. Santana's only 200. Ooh, okay. Righties. Everyone's average. These 2 are close to 3. You're 333, but nothing's truly standing out. Let's look at your props, hits, earned runs, strikeouts, walks. I don't like any of those. Bats, nothing stood out. Jeffers is the only one that's even green recently. And if you look at him, you come over here, you go to Jeffers. History, swap. There we go. He's a 226 against righties. This is not good. Nothing's good. Nothing. All right, we jump in right here because I originally was going to take the over here, but now that I know that you can see some of the stats are a little messed up because, again, my website, one of my sites didn't update fully. It updated most games, but some games just missed a couple. So I was going to take the over, but then I thought about it. I looked at yesterday, I actually saw the score and everything, and I'm just going to pass on this one. We have plenty of other plays. We're just going to focus on those. Let's move to the next game. All right, next up, Milwaukee and Oakland. Milwaukee's a slight favorite. 9.5 is the total. Looking over at the weather, we come on down. Oakland, pretty good. Gonna be a little warmer than usual. 5, straight out win. Cool. 53%. Milwaukee's won 2 in a row. 6.7, 252. That's 4th and 14th versus 3.7, 267. That's 19th and 10th. Oakland's better than the average. Milwaukee's better at runs. They kind of cancel out, so makes it hard to pick a side. Looking at the pitchers, let's look. Montes has been, I mean, since he got acquired, he's getting better per game. Yeah, so, okay. Estes, Estes has been good all year. I mean, outside of this game you can barely see, this game right here against Boston, these numbers have just been good, just decent. That's what he is. He's decent. So, I'm surprised nobody tried to acquire him at the trade deadline. I thought he would be in a different uniform by now. So, whatever. Let's move on. Montes, no history really speak of. Toro's over 8. That ain't good. 1 for 2 for Rooker. Okay. Against righties, we see who does what. Rooker's 288, and no one else is even. Well, McCann's is 266. Other than that, who cares? So, hits, strikeouts, earned runs, walks, outs. I ain't digging none of that stuff. That's a pass. Estes, history against everybody, nothing. Milwaukee, against righties, nothing is nothing's 260 is the highest. 272 for Contreras. Ooh, not good. Let's look at bats real quick. Nothing good in the bats. We have Butler and Contreras, but Butler's like a 220 average against. And Contreras, we just looked down on the screen right there. He's 272 against righties. So that might be a play if you really want to take it. But, I mean, you see, I'm not betting against S's right now until he shows me he can blow up. So yeah, we'll pass on that too. Props, outs, strikeouts, earn runs, walks. I don't like none of it. This is a game that's really close. Everything is close. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm passing on it. Next. All right, Tampa Bay and LA. You can see the Dodgers are pretty heavy favorites. The total is 9. Looking over at the weather, we can see it's going to be pretty nice. 6 miles an hour, basic stuff. For the stats themselves, you can see the numbers there. Tampa's offense just isn't as good as LA's offense recently, but yeah, Tampa won the game yesterday. Hey, what can you do? Wins are wins. There you go. It was a high shootout game. I know it says 3-7. I know it was 9-8 now. So yeah, this is fun. I had to go back through some of the plays and seeing what I said. So this video being extra long than it normally takes. So fun time. So there you go. Let's pop over to pitchers because this information should be right from ESPN. You can see he has pitched in one game since May. That was May last time I pitched. So welcome to the big leagues again, buddy. You've been in the minors. You've been called up and you're a bullpen minor leaguer, so that should be fun. Stone's going out there for LA. Yeah, he threw 10 Ks in his last game against Seattle. It is Seattle, but still pretty impressive. So let's go to props, see what we got, see if anything stands out. All we have is Ks for Jacob here. Jacob, buddy. Let's look at your history. I doubt you even have one, but well, look, you don't have one, of course. Dodgers versus lefties. We got some good numbers. Otani's only 270. Hernandez is 289. Mookie is 324. Freeman only 238. Okay. And let's pop over here to Gavin, see how Gavin's been doing. Gavin history, nothing. A bunch of 1-for-2s, nothing important. Rays versus righties. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Cannot complain. Pretty average. Nothing stands out. Okay, cool. Hits 5.5. No. Strikeouts, no. Earned runs. Well, strikeouts. How are the Rays striking out? A lot, as usual. So he didn't strike out so many for so long, though. He faced the Rays last year and only struck out 3. I don't trust that. I just don't. I can't. I don't. Earned run, walks, outs. Nothing stands out. Bats, nothing. We even got Reds up here. That's how terrible this is. Oh, it's ugly. Just for the lulz, for the laughs, the giggles, the shiggles, if you will, I'm putting Dodgers in the money line parlay. I don't care. I'm putting them in there. I got Toronto, Cubs, and Dodgers so far. Let's have some fun. It's a Sunday. I'm gonna put them in there. I think it's a bullpen game for Tampa. Stone is pretty decent. Yeah, let's just do that. Dodgers, moneyline parlay, next game. Next up, Mets and Padres. It's pretty much pick them slightly into the Padres. 8.5 is your total. Let's look over at the weather. We could see it's going to be pretty nice. Can't complain. There you go. 53% Nerfy. 4 versus 4, 7. 7's in the 11th. Slight advantage to San Diego, not by much. It's 267. They're both the same. 292. They're both top 10 in offense. Nothing stands out there. Mets strike out more than usual. Looking over at the pitchers, we got Perez going out there. I mean, decent numbers. Cannot complain with these numbers. Pretty decent. Quintana, on the other hand, has not been decent. Not decent at all. Terrible numbers. So, yeah, San Diego's getting the heavy lean, both offensive and pitching. So that's probably going to be a moneyline parlay piece. So, but we will look at props. Anywho, you never know what you're going to find. Star Perez, whole lot of, wow. Okay, Lindor is just raking, is he not? And he sure is. Welcome to the list, Mr. Lindor. Over 1.5 HRR. Yeah, you're the only major green one up here. And we got Merrill and Vientos too, but I mean, you're batting 583 against the dude. 1.3 OPS. No home runs or RBIs though, but still. Yeah, but what that means he's due, right? That's gotta be what that means. And you got Marte, 625, Nimmo's 308. Oh, that's a strong history against somebody. And against lefties, I mean, he's only 268, but still. Vientos is 340. Where is he? Yeah, he's right there too. I might throw him on the list. What's your history? You're over 2 though. But hey, guess what? Vientos over 1.5 HR. Welcome to the list, buddy. I like it. You can join. And then hell, Jackson Merrill's there. He's going to join too. I might take all 3. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Props, hits. I already got 2 HRs against him. I don't know if I want to take an earn run against him just in case he pitches a gem. I don't want to lose all 3 bets. So let's pop over here. Let's look at Quintana, who I assume is going to have terrible. Yet a bunch of red. I did not expect to see that. Okay. San Diego is not good against lefties. Oh, wow. They are terrible. Where's Jackson? There he is. 216. He's the only green in the whole screen, though, so I'm not going to take him. Okay, cool. I mean, ooh, okay. They're not good against lefties at all. This is a weird one. I was gonna take San Diego on the money line, but now I'm a little scared. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to now. Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't trust it now. I scared myself off at seeing all that red. I'm just gonna take the 2 HRs, Lindor and Vientos, and just move on to the next game. Next up, San Fran and Seattle. Seattle's a slight favorite. 7 is your total. It's in Seattle, so we ain't got to worry about no weather. 62% Nerfy. You can see what they've done recently. They're pretty equal on stats. No need to go over these. You can see the numbers there. Let's look over at this. We see Robbie Ray. His history has been mostly good, except for the 1 game against Atlanta. Only 1 hit, but 5 earned runs. So that's what happens when you walk a bunch of dudes. Ask your buddy Blake Snell. He walked 6 of them yesterday. Yeah, great stuff. Woo. Yeah, you can see what Woo's been doing. Woo is mostly good, so I see why Seattle's favored. The bats, I mean, they're about the same. Nothing really leans. It's going to be more here on the props to see what the history on the side of the bats and everything. Let's look at Woo first. Now that we're talking about Woo, here we go. Woo history. Nothing there. A lot of red. Okay, I'm liking that for Woo. I'm liking Seattle money line all of a sudden just from seeing this, and I think Woo's better than Ray. That's pretty obvious. Outs, strikeouts. How are they striking out? They're both at 25th. Okay, cool. A lot of strike. That's 6.5. How many times have you even done that this year? Twice this entire season you've gone over 6.5. You want the number to be that today? Nah, fam. That's a hard pass. No chance. Can't do it. Let's go to Ray. I want to say Ray. There we go. Turner's got 2 home runs and 18 at bats and a 389. Are you over here, buddy? Turner. I don't see Turner. Oh, well, shame. Okay, cool. Lefties. A lot of red, a lot of low greens. I like this. Okay. I'm feeling good. Hits, strikeouts, earned runs, walks. I don't like any of these props, though. These pitcher props are not looking good. They looked good yesterday and saw that work, but today they're not looking good. Today the bats look good. Rayleigh and Rivas. I'm going to look at these real quick since we got the time. I got the time. Rayleigh is never faced, and Rivas never faced. Against lefties, 227, 183, so they're both out. And then Ramos and Estrada. Let's look at these 2 against Woo. Estrada's never faced and has a 2. The only green on the screen is Estrada, but it's only 232, so that's a pass. And Ramos never faced and has a 243. So bats are out in this one. No shot I'm taking any of these top green ones. No way. Can't do it. So, to be honest, the only thing I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put Seattle on the money line. That's all I'm gonna put. I don't like any of the props in this one at all. I don't like a total. We're just gonna take Seattle, win the game, put in the parlay. Next game. All right, last game. Houston, Baltimore, Sunday Night Baseball. It's a pick 'em. 8.5 is the total. Let's look at the weather. It's the last game on the slate. There it is. Pretty nice. 8 miles an hour. Can't complain. Good stuff. Let's see. Baltimore's won the last 2. 48% Nerfy. Offenses are slightly leaning Houston, even though they lost the last 2. That makes a lot of sense. You can see the updates there. Let's look at the pitchers a little closer. We got Kramer going out there for Baltimore. Pretty good last 2 games. A little rough games before that, but there you go. Kikuchi's going out there for Houston, and he's been pretty good in his last. Ever since he got acquired, he's been pretty good. That's funny. So he's just better off in Houston. That's crazy. So let's look at this. We'll go Kikuchi first. And there's a whole lot of green on that history. And there's a whole lot of wows, like 3 home runs and 23 at-bats for Adley. And 4 home runs and 20 at-bats for Mountcastle. It's just, wow. Santana's got a home run with a 294. Gunner's not doing great, but you can see it's good. Now, if you look at the bats, we only got Houston people. Well, they're way down here. They're not doing good recently, so that means like, okay, they historically do good against them, but if they don't do good recently, what does history matter? That's only. What are they going to use him as a slump buster? That's about the only thing I can think of. So let's go to Kramer, look at him real quick since we got it pulled up. 636 for Altuve and 11 at bats and a home run. Was Altuve one of the ones? It was Pena, Diaz, and Alvarez. None of the ones on here. Let's see. There's Alvarez, 429, but it's only 7 at bats. And he's 60%, but he's 70 in the last 20. There's so many options you could take here with these. Okay, let's look at pitcher props. Let's look around. Let's see what we do. Hitters, I mean hits, not hitters. Hits, strikeouts, very up and down. Kramer earned runs, walks. That's a lot of walks. That's a lot of walks. It's 160 to give up 2 walks against Houston. No, I'm not taking a walk. No. Let's go Kikuchi. Let's look at his too. See. This game feels close. I'm not liking really anything in this game. Nothing's really standing out. If you see something, please let me know, because I'm not seeing much. Yeah, I see the bats and I could do something like that, but that's not much. I don't like it. So for me, I hate to do it, but the Sunday night game, I'm going to pass on it and just call it a day. I'm done right there. That's it. All 15 games broken down. Stats were a little wonky today because one of my websites didn't update correctly. That's okay, because the new version of it, where I'm using for football, it's way better. It's way cleaner. There's less chance for error. So I built this baseball one back in like April. So the football one I just built last week. So hey, there'll be changes soon. I don't know if I'm upgrade baseball yet. I'll probably upgrade for next season, but we'll just keep trucking along. We only got like 30 days left anyways. So on top of that, all the games broken down. Drop a like, subscribe, check out Outlier, get you a free trial. Week of free Outlier is awesome. You'll love it. You see how it is, all the cool stuff, football, basketball, baseball, all the stuff's on there. Outside of that, I appreciate you watching. Drop in the comment what you're going to play today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.